Hi, guys, and good morning, and welcome to the show. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm Lisa Ackberry, your hair doctor, and I'm really excited about the show because today we're going to continue our Black Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair book club. Yay, my book. As promised, we're going to go through the entire book, and we're going to try to do it in 7 weeks. We'll see. We'll see, but we're going to take our time. It's very important that we take our time. We may do it sooner. I just want you to keep your questions coming. We'll weave our questions in between the recording or between the reading. And then we're going to I'm going to answer those questions to make sure that you have every answer that you want from me. I just want to start with one thing that's in my book, and I showed you this earlier or before. And here you see on this page right here where it says, God blessed me with my hair, and God makes no mistakes. I put it on a page all by itself. And the reason for that is because I think it's important for us to understand that our hair in its natural state is what we were blessed with. And there's no mistake with that. And that's really important. And that's one of the reasons why I want to go through this book. One reason why I wrote this book, because it's very important for you to understand. Now, with all of that being said, it's also important for you to understand this is your hair. And I talk about it a lot in this book. I talk about the fact that this is your hair. You can choose to wear it relaxed, permanent wave, or straight, or natural. It's up to you. All that you owe your hair and yourself is to protect and preserve your hair. And that's what I want to do. And I want you to take away. I want to give you that knowledge so that you are empowered. And you take away from these whole sessions that we do, you take away that knowledge to understand how you are powerful and you are blessed with beautiful hair. And you just have to protect it and preserve it, no matter what you choose to do. Okay, I talked about my mission on the last time we were together, and we talked about my story, and then I said that those are things I would go over. So let's kind of go through that. And this is all a part of my introduction, just to get to know me more. And let's do that. Let's talk about first. We've got I want to talk to you about something or read something to you that I wrote about healthy hair. It says, healthy hair for you may not be what you see on TV or in a magazine. Healthy hair is hair that grows healthy from the scalp. That's healthy hair. That's beautiful hair. Hair that grows from the scalp in its full potential length and fullness. When you complete this book tour or this book club or this book session, you will be empowered. You will be empowered to help yourself. You will freely love your natural hair. If you choose to alter your hair in any way, whether it's color, relaxer, it doesn't matter, you will be fully educated on your choices. And that's what's so important. You will know how to manage that choice, which is very important once you choose, and not let your choice manage you. And that's what happens so often. We choose to relax our hair, and then we become a slave to it. Then we become we have this addiction. So we're not managing that choice. Or we grow our hair natural, we leave it natural, and then we become a slave to it. We can't manage that choice. But you will be able to manage it if you allow yourself to become empowered. With all of our multiple hair texture and our hair types, we will be reminded of something very important. If you are black or someone in your family line has kinky or dry hair in scalp, Hair and scalp problems will surface in some form if you deny that fact. It will surface, because if you deny that you have natural kinky hair underneath that weave or that relaxer or whatever you're wearing, color, underneath that you have natural kinky hair. It may be in a slight degree of kinkiness, or it may be an extreme degree of kinkiness, but underneath all of that covering up, there's still our natural kinky hair. You can't deny that. And if you deny it, at some point, you will have hair and scalp problems. My story. And in the book, I said about 27 years ago. At the age of 15, I entered the hair care field. I started out at 15. I was in the 9th grade in junior high school, and my best friend was in the 10th. And one day, she took me over to her cosmetology class. I knew immediately that I wanted to be a hairstylist at that time. The next year, I walked right into that classroom, and the same teacher was there. Her name was Miss Johnny Brown. She smiled as I filled out the enrollment card. I was there for the entire 3-year course. When I was in high school, it was a 3-year course, and I think it still is now in most states. I graduated in 1977. Whoa, tell them my age. Woo! That's the time you're supposed to say, "Oh, you look so young. You look so young." Those are the kind of emails I'm expecting to get back from y'all. I graduated from that cosmetology class with honors. And I also received my high school diploma at that time. I was blessed to really know at a very young age what I wanted to do. And I say that as a blessing because I had all this time to really sort out and be able to take the classes and go to school and get the degrees and do all of that. But this was my time where I really understood what I wanted to do. The next month, I headed straight for the state board, and I passed all my board exams. I was officially a licensed cosmetologist. That was a big deal for me. I felt truly blessed to know what I wanted to do, as I said earlier, at a very young, the age of 17. I opened my first salon in 1981 at the age of 21. I am telling you my age now. This was a great time to be a hairstylist. And salon life was very exciting. I felt that the time was a turning point for Black hair care. I really did. And that's really important to me. A good turn that went bad. At that time, Black women were getting tired of the Jerry curl, old school. Some of you remember that. We called it Jerry curl. And were afraid to cut their hair. We just didn't do that. The wrap was still a thought to come. Sculptor styles were getting harder and bigger. Professional and more conservative Southern Black women frowned and turned their nose up at any style that required gel, grease, or curl activator. Black women seemed to have more pressure from their careers and jobs to look a certain way. And that's still today, while still having a personal need to please their mates with their hairstyle choice. And we're going to talk about that at some point as well, because we really get into pleasing our mates when we want to please ourselves. And if we're pleased and if we're wearing it, as some of you say, rocking it the way you should, then everyone will be pleased with you because you're so pleased with yourself. And if they're not, that's their problem. It's nothing to do with you. Many of my clients felt that they have less style maintenance and look more professional with a short, blow-drying curl style, but did not think that their mates would be pleased. They wanted to wear their hair short, but didn't. One client really needed a neat, close-fitting professional hairstyle for her job and because she was pregnant. A low-maintenance style was a must for her. Yet she did not want to ignore her husband's wishes and that she did not cut her hair. It was terrible for that lady. I remember that distinctly. I had just completed a series of updo styles, so I recommended a French roll style. That was really been popular, and it's still popular with some ladies in some salons. That's why she could, that way she could have what she wanted in a style, and she would please her husband because she wasn't cutting her hair. The French roll and the low maintenance styles were very popular among black women in that time. At the time, I didn't realize that this was a really big turning point in black hair care. A bad turn, actually. I went along with these creative money-making styles until clients went from keeping their style 1 week to they were keeping the styles 2 weeks or longer. And I think we're running right back into that with some of the natural styles. We'll put them up for a week, and then we'll say, oh, I better keep them 2 weeks, so I better keep them 3 weeks. Oh, it's twist styles. Well, it took me 2 hours to do it. Yeah, that's kind of the same that was happening with those sculpture styles. As the sculpture styles got bigger, many black women straight away wanting softer hairstyles. Blow drying curls came into vogue. It was very popular. About 90% of my clients fluctuated between the soft styles and the hard styles. They could not make up their minds. Half of the clients, hated sculpture styles, and the other half hated free-flowing styles. It was something. Both styles required the use of excessive heat and gel, harsh hairsprays, blow dryers, and style caused hair breakage. The blow dry styles cause hair breakage, and the updo styles cause scalp problems. Most clients did not seem to mind and complained very little, thinking it was just the price that they had to pay to get wonderful, beautiful hair. Now, how does that sound? Because that's what we do sometimes. We do that just to have our hair. We will do certain styles. When the wrap became popular, and I know some of you are wearing your hair natural, but let's face it, guys, sometimes you press your hair or flat iron it, and some women out there are relaxing their hair. And I'm a professional, and I'm speaking to all women. And I want you, especially black women, I want you to understand that your hair is beautiful and you're going to be fine. But we've got to learn to love it. We've got to get to know it in its natural state so we can make an educated decision and we'll know our choices. Okay, it says when the wrap style became popular hairstyles, hairstylists thought they were saved because hairstyle seems to satisfy almost every client. The wrap offered a low maintenance style and a sculpture style that they wanted. It was free flowing, bounce, blow dry. It had the free flowing and bounce that our blow dry styles clients wanted, and then it had the hold that our sculptured clients wanted. But there was trouble. I could see a slow rise of scalp problems among black women as the demands for just the right style or the look became an obsession. We found a way to damage our hair even with the wrap style, which was supposed to be that savior, that safe style. Many clients went back to pressing curl, but found that it was no longer a solution. Black women had become obsessed with straight hair. I call it the era of the relaxer addiction. We did not want to admit it to then because we were afraid it would be misinterpreted. We thought that people would believe that we wanted to be white, like our white sisters. No, we are and always have been proud of our color of our skin. I believe I'm speaking as a black woman as well as a stylist at that time. That's what I felt, who saw her clients go through this, that were simply trying to find a way to manage their hair. That's really what they were trying to do. And those are some of the things that we have to think about. When we do what we do to our hair, we're simply trying to manage our hair. We're not trying to be white. We're not trying to be anything but who we are. I love my skin. I love my hair. But when I alter my hair, whether it's putting a product on it to give it more definition in my curl pattern, or whatever I do, or if I relax it, I'm trying to manage my hair, and I am motivated by what I see in the mirror. I feel good about me when I see me together the way I think me ought to be. You know, it's really all about that. So as we go into this book, I am doing these introductions because I need you to know I love you and I want you to fall in love with what God gave you, and that's your hair. That's your hair. It's dead protein cells once it emerges from the scalp. You have to protect and preserve it. Getting to know it is important. Remember, I said we're going to clean our mind up and then we're going to learn. We're not just going to start with the latest hairstyle or with the latest potion for how to stop breakage or scalp itch. We're going to start with our mind. I'm Lisa Ackberry, your hair doctor. To God be the glory in Jesus. I'm looking forward to this. I'll see you next time. And we're going to talk some more about my book, Black Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair. Have a great morning, evening, or night.